Good afternoon. I'm sitting here with Portia Bell. Portia has been coming to see me for about a week now. Portia is 24 years old, a school student, a parent, and has a full time job. So, Portia, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So, the last time we were together, we talked about the fact that you were in school and you're working full time now, and you have a son, is it?
Yes, I do. He's 11 months old.
Oh, wow. 11 months old. What's
Yes.
his name?
His name is James.
James. How sweet is that? Okay,
Yes.
so, Portia, why are we here today?
Just to talk about school and how it is to be a parent and working all together. It's quite stressful. It's a lot to take in at once. Um,
So, you feel overwhelmed because you have schoolwork and an 11-month-old.
yes. I was working full time and it was okay, and then I decided to go back to school. And at the time, I wasn't aware that I was pregnant, so that was a surprise to take in. So I had to put off school for a little bit to prepare for my baby, and
You're okay. So, you felt overwhelmed having the idea of becoming a mother once you had made a decision to start school.
yes, and I don't regret any of it. I quite enjoy being a mother. I find it very it's a challenge, but it's new and it's fun to have a little one. Well, not I wouldn't say fun. Not sure the word I would say. Um, it's a pleasure.
Okay.
It's a it's a blessing to have him. Um,
So, you're feeling a little bit thrilled because now you have a son and
yes,
you have school. And are you feeling that you're accomplishing your goals? Or are you?
I am. I've actually completed the fall semester. I completed. I had all A's, one B. Math is not my strong subject, but last semester I had a really good teacher, so I ended up going through the semester pretty good and ended up with a B.
Okay.
And this semester, it just started this semester, so it's going okay, but I got moved up to a higher math class, so now it's really taking a toll on me. It's kind of difficult so far. I'm working at it.
Oh, okay. So, right now you feel a bit perplexed because you have a difficult math and you don't feel like it's something you're capable of doing.
I, I, I feel like I'll be able to get through it. It's just going to take a little more time to work at it than it did with the other math class. Because I actually skipped a math class and got moved into this one. So I'm a little behind from everybody else. But I believe that I'll be able to achieve it okay throughout the semester. And then work on top of it is kind of well, it's stressful as well. Because I have to leave from school and take time out with James and then go to work. And it's a little depressing being away from him while I'm at work. So he's on my mind constantly, and it's obviously taking a toll on me as well.
Okay. So, you're feeling as if you're being cheated of your time with James because you have to work and go to school and you don't feel like you are being a good parent at this moment?
Well, I wouldn't say I don't feel like I'm being a good parent. I mean, I'm trying to do the best that I can, and I'm going to school to better myself and make sure that I'm financially able to take care of me and my son. But with the job, if I was able to, I'd probably stay home with him. But seeing that I, of course, would need money, I decided that it's best for me to go to work.
Absolutely. Didn't you talk about, Portia, you had an aunt that went to school and worked and took care of kids and so forth? Do you feel that your pattern, yourself or your behavior or what you're doing after that aunt by any chance?
Honestly, yes, I do. Yeah, as a younger, I remember my aunt telling me how she went to school, full time student. She held a full time job and took care of her kids. And I respect her for that. But I also see myself a lot of ways like my aunt. I remember in elementary junior high, I wrote a paper about who was my hero and who inspired me, and I wrote about my aunt. So I wouldn't say that I was trying to follow in her footsteps,
Hmm.
but it just kind of happened that way. But in a way, I see myself a lot like my aunt, and I think that's a great thing that I have someone to look up to.
So
And
basically, you feel a little secure in the fact that you have someone to role model.
to guide me, and if I have questions, she's been there so she can help me when I need help.
Absolutely. What about the? Have you asked her or come into discussing being a parent with her as well as going to school and how it was for her? Or?
No, we haven't really got into it yet. Um, I might ask her a few questions here and there about as far as James goes, but as far as school, I've been doing okay with it. I've been managing it. Um, I have asked her about this current math class.
Hmm.
It's been very complex on me, so she's um she's offered me some advice, but she's also offered advised me to contact my cousin who could also help me because she's taken a certain math class that's kind of like mine.
So you're satisfied that you do have a good support system in regards to school.
Yes,
Okay.
and as far as the job goes, I'm currently looking for something a little bit better to where I can get more hours and more money so that I can be financially stable for my
Hmm.
family. It's the job is quite I'm quite comfortable with the job. I'm not stressed out with the job that I have, but with the hours, it's not enough to make it through what I need to take care of for my family.
So the hours you feel because the hours are not where you want to, uh, is basically what I'm hearing you say is you feel a little dejected because you need more money, but because you have the son, it's more of a I have to have this money now in regards to before when you were able to just work.
Yes. Before I was able just to go to work and I could take care of what I need to take care of, and the hours it wouldn't be such a big deal. But now that I have someone to take care of, my main goal is to make sure that he's taken care of. He's the most important thing to me.
Right.
So I want to make sure that he has what he needs. So yes, I would say the job is more. The hours are more needed now.
Right. So are you unsatisfied with your job because of just the hours?
Yes,
So if you had better hours, you would not feel that way. Is that what you're saying?
yes. I'd be more appreciative and more satisfied and happy to work there if I had more hours. But I would also like a different job to where I could be in a comfortable zone for me, as far as maybe doing receptionist or uh, being a bank teller, something where I'm more comfortable and familiar with. It would be I find it quite enjoyable
Hmm.
to be just to be at a computer. I enjoy working at computers. I find them quite satisfying, and I feel like if I'm at some place where I'm happy to be at, then I would like to be at work more often. I'd probably push to be there more.
Okay, so you'd be a lot more content working in a more familiar situation.
Yes.
Okay.
And James, I think he'd be happy to have his mother home with him more in the evening time instead of at work. Because at work, I work a lot of evening shifts, so it becomes very tiring when I come home to have to try to spend some time with him before we have to go to bed.
Right.
So I think it would be, I think it'd be enjoyable just to be home with him at night. As far as being at work, I'd rather be at my job during the daytime. Usually he's asleep most of the day. He'll play, but at nighttime is when me and him really spend time together.
Okay, so James is a little, you're feeling that James is getting a little bit slighted because the time that you come in the afternoon or in the evening, it's mostly bedtime and sleep time,
Yes,
but you're still trying to spend some quality time with James. Is that what I'm understanding?
yes. See, I work 5 to 11,
Right.
and so by the time I see him, it is time for him to go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he's being cheated of his time with me, and it hurts me because I feel like he deserves all the time that he needs with me. As a parent, he should be, well, as a parent, I should be able to give him that quality time that he needs. I don't want him to feel anxiety from being separated from me.
So you're just a bit dejected from the length of time that you have with your son.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, I'm gonna really hate to do this, but it's about time to wrap up. But what I hear from you is you're working, you're going to school, doing pretty good in it, except for the math, and you have 11-month-old James, and they only get bigger, I promise. That you feel that you're not spending as much time as you would like with. And then there's work that you enjoy the job. However, right now, what you're feeling is that you'd be a lot more comfortable and more satisfied in a position that A, paid more, or it has to do something with computers because you enjoy sitting in front of that monitor. Okay? Well, I tell you what, when we get together again, we'll look a little deeper into the jobs. We'll talk about parenting skills. We'll discuss some of that. We'll talk about how we're going to spend quality time with James, maybe on your off day or any special day, or maybe even make a James day. And that would be, more of a day where you're off from work and you just devote the whole day to just James.
That'd be great. I look forward to it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for coming in, Portia. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for coming to see me. And our office hours, as you know, are 9 to 5. So if you need to see me, you have the number, the office hours. Just leave a brief message. And if you need to come in before next week, just let me know.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.